Alright, so today we are going to be talking about my unpopular opinions for this year. So my first, so one of them I'm going to talk about is self-care. And it's I've been watching some videos about some stuff, and then I was like, say I true, come and think about it, and I was like, some things may change, and I was like, okay, you're right. And it's that this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but spending a bag that's going to lead to debt isn't self-care. Self-care isn't debt. I may have to learn that too, because I love them something, I'm just buy it, but I don't say I credit it upon. Self-care isn't debt. Unless you have to pay it off, debt isn't equivalent to self-care. So especially for me, debt is stress. Debt isn't self-care. Like when the business all good it look, debt isn't self-care. And also self-care for me isn't someone else being in debt so I can have good self-care. Like I don't like that. Like me, when it comes down to debt, I will definitely be sitting there like, okay, like me buy the something, let's say it's debt, right? I buy the something, buy it on credit, and then after, the long term of having the debt is more stress than that 5 minutes of self-care and feeling good. Like that long term after, where you're like having to do those monthly payments and you're like, damn, did I really need that? Like, there's some things that we'll still have, but 9 times out of 10, some of the stuff them, it's like, I could have passed on that. I could have really passed on that. My next unpopular opinion is that we don't all have to have kids to survive. Some people genuinely don't want children and don't think that having kids will make their lives any better than it is, and they probably don't feel equipped to take care of children. And that's okay. Like, having a family, having kids isn't everyone's ministry. Like, it's not for everybody, and that's fine. I know a lot of people are like, really want people to have kids and think that everybody's supposed to have it, and think that everybody will have the same joy as we have, and that's not true. Some people have kids and resent it. So I don't think that we should all be having children. Like, I don't think it's like the be all end all. Whew. This next one, let's get to it. You guys ready for it? We all can't be entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurship isn't for everybody. Like, coming from me, will love create business and sell things. Like, man, I have not better to do. Like, I am entrepreneurship then I'm a bones, but I can also understand that it's not for everybody, and it's not okay for you to have friends and family who don't want entrepreneurship lifestyle, and then you look at them like, why? And then you look at them like, why wouldn't you? They don't want that because it's not for them. People can actually survive and have a life and live with just doing what them doing. Them can live, with the money what them have. Now, do I agree that some people should have, other options, maybe side hustles here and there? Probably, yeah, if they can. And to be honest, some people don't have the time to have a side hustle, so their life is probably just a regular 9 to 5 and their benefits, and that's fine. That's like perfectly fine. They don't necessarily have to go get side hustle if it's not for them. If it's not if it's not for them, it's not for them. We shouldn't force anyone to do that. So if you take up entrepreneurship and you feel like you were forced into it, it's okay to go back. That's going to go into my next unpopular opinion. But yeah, like, entrepreneurship isn't for everybody. Jobs aren't for everybody either. It's get what works for you, do what works for you. If it's a job for you, then it's a job for you. If it's entrepreneurship, then it's entrepreneurship. And I don't think that we should try to force the world into being entrepreneurs, because if everybody's an entrepreneur, who's going to be working in all you guys' businesses? Uno? So yeah, I don't think it's for everyone. I don't think we all need to have these things. I think it's perfectly okay to have a 9 to 5 with decent pay, whatever that looks like for you, some benefits, and go and survive. Because if you want to survive, where's my light? Sun? Where's the sun? Where I move go? Anyways, if you want to survive in all this world, that's the system that we kind of have to be a part of, right? So it all depends on what works for you and what makes you feel good, and not what social media tells you to feel good about. My next unpopular opinion is it's okay to quit. Like, I feel like in the life where I live right now, everybody, because we have such a social media life, a lot of people don't want to say, I tried this thing and it failed. Like me, I tried my business and it took me a while when I did my business, my skincare business, and it failed. And then after a while, I had to be like, I'm glad I just make it fail. I'm glad it failed, and then I just let it go instead of trying to hold on to it, because it towards the end, like, I feel like my products weren't as good anymore because the passion wasn't there, and like it wasn't doing what it's supposed to do anymore. So I was like, yeah, I had to end it. So when people fail or they end their business, it doesn't mean that they're automatically a bum, a failure, a loser. It just means that they did a business, they did a thing. At least them start it and them try it and them realize it no work, and then them stop it and end it and on to the next. It is okay. Don't make nobody tell us say no. Don't believe the hype, because enough of them out to have them business and them need to lock it down and go look at job because it now work for them. You had the opportunity, you did it, and you realize, yeah, it now work for me, and you move on to the next thing, and that's okay. My next unpopular. So the next one is some of the things that some of us want, including myself, we would have wanted if we never have social media, and that's why someone broke. Me, I thought to myself too. Because there's certain things I see online where in real life, if you were in real life, you don't want those things. You wouldn't even be bothered by it. Because I'm gonna tell you how I know that, because I'm not an active TikTok user, right? So I don't use TikTok as much. I only have TikTok to make sure someone secure my name, and I tried it for like a week, and then I was like, all right, I'm done with this because I don't want to do it anymore. And me being off TikTok, I have friends that are on TikTok and they'll tell me about a product, and it's like, oh, you know, you need this product or whatever like that, but it's just like, do I really need it? Do you even need it? Because if TikTok if TikTok wasn't around, you wouldn't even realize that you needed this thing. Like, you wouldn't even want this thing. You would just continue to do it how you do it. Now, I agree with the things that probably makes life a bit easier for you, but half of these stuff, we don't even need them. Without TikTok, without social media, we wouldn't even be thinking about these products. We wouldn't even want them. And then, you know, that's why when you're purchasing something, especially when you're trying to save money, really think about it. Like, do you really want this? Do you really want this? Like, if this video wasn't in front of me right now trying to convince me and tell me why I need it, would I really want it? And do you really think it's going to make that much of a difference in your life, to the point that, like, all right, cool, you catch me, I get this, you know? So without TikTok or just social media across the board, a lot of these things that we want, a lot of these things that we popularize, we wouldn't want it without social media, and a lot of us would have more money because we wouldn't want some of these stuff. My next unpopular opinion is a lot of these skincare tools that you guys are using, they aren't even necessary. First of all, 9 times out of 10, and I don't even know what it's for, and I don't know how to use it, and I don't know, like, you guys don't even know if it's actually working for you. Like, I feel like some of these skincare tools, like, when people use them and they're like, oh, it did this for me, it's kind of a damn, what's that thing called? What I think they call something with a pill, but it's a fake pill. I just water. Wait, name placebo effect. That's it. So some of these skincare items, the tools, I think some of them are like placebo effect. Like, I feel like a lot of people just think it worked for them, but it never really worked. Like so some of these skincare tools don't do what we expect it to do. And then I feel like also sometimes we're buying like the off-brand version, you know, other companies just create their own. I don't think they do what they said. I don't know, maybe I had a placebo effect, but maybe I just me being me. I don't think all of these tools that people are buying up are doing exactly what they say it is, and, you know, keeping you from aging. No, I don't think so. I don't agree with it. And my next one is contrary to social media, somewhere I get old, aging is inevitable. Like, we're gonna get old, and I don't think, like, I know somehow we can age gracefully and we still kind of look young in some ways, and we can do things to kind of slow it down. But to be very honest, if a lot of us want the celebrity look, we have to have celebrity money and get some celebrity work done. I don't think you can have that type of aging without at least a little bit of work. So it's either you're okay with just aging like a regular degla schmegla and keep it moving, or you're gonna age and say, you know what, I get a 1 and 2 work here and there. Aging is inevitable. So I just feel like half of these expensive products and tools that some of you guys are purchasing to try to slow down aging, I don't think it's gonna slow it down. I think it's still gonna age, because some of them, like I say, a placebo effect. So I think you're still going to age, and I just don't think you can slow down too much of your aging without at least a little bit of work. Now, will I do work? No, because I'm okay with aging. At this point, I feel like a certain part of me, like I have laugh lines and them something there. And just like I just one of them things there, but just like but just like I have laugh lines and bags under my eye and wrinkles when it come and calls. I can't bother, man. Right now, my teeth them need for do. I don't even want nobody touch me. I don't want an injection and them something. I feel like inject up my face. Can't bother with it. But I don't have anything against anyone who does it. Like if I that's your one, do big of yourself. I don't mind ministry that. But you know, that's neither here nor there. The next one is, so I feel like younger kids don't have the opportunity to be like teenagers anymore. It's like they finish being a child to, you know, the preteen to adult. Like with the way how social media works, I feel like that's where we're at. Like nobody is, you know, I feel like they're skipping a step in life, a very important step in life actually. A very like I don't know, I feel like they must skip a step in a life. You know, that's my unpopular opinion. I think they're skipping a step in life. I feel like a lot of kids are, let's say, teenagers right now. They don't dress. I mean, I think them dress age appropriately, and I'm not saying them for dress up in a, you know, grandma looking clothes that them can look cute, but I feel like teenagers shouldn't be wearing adult clothes made for certain style of clothes shouldn't be put on teenagers actually. Like them can look cute, but I'm not for wear the adult clothes them. My next unpopular opinion, at this point in time, we need to look at all these big YouTubers. I mean, I said this after the young Philly allegations, because that boy right now, the way how the world work and all these things we're seeing being exposed online is like, expect anything. And it's like, my unpopular opinion is like, even with being a YouTuber, I feel like when you get a certain amount of money and certain amount of power comes with it, not everyone can handle it. That's just my opinion. I don't think everyone can handle having I don't think everyone can handle having large sums of money. I don't think, and I'm not just talking about balancing it and finances and accounting. I'm talking about overall. I feel like when you have a certain amount of money, you have to be a certain person to be able to maintain the mindset of, you know, a good person, you know, when it comes down to money. Because I feel like money comes with power, and not everybody is built to have a certain amount of power, because when they have a certain amount of power, they're not able to control themselves and not abuse that power. Not saying allegations are true or anything. Me no know. Don't come them off my head. Me no know. But it just seems that the whole year, all we've been seeing is, you know, big YouTubers after YouTuber getting exposed for this, getting exposed for that, you know, whether it's true or not true. It's just been a hot mess out there, and it makes you wonder. That's why a lot of people should not I feel like we need to take a lot of celebrities off of the pedestals, especially YouTubers, because it's like, boy, disappointment after disappointment. I think that's gonna be the last of it. If I have any more of this, I'll definitely add it to the video, and I'll make a next. If you like this type of video, I'll make one more. You know, let me know in the comments, and let me know in the comments what you think about my unpopular opinions. Yeah, thanks for watching. Like, share, leave a comment, and until next time. Really? You took a picture?